We've just arrived in Kansas City for the World Hereford Conference. I did lose my bags along the way, but I have them now and I'm ready for the week ahead. So the World Hereford Conference, there's a young breeders competition where teams across the world come together and they're going to compete. There's different activities and modules that are involved. So we have written exams, we have showmanship, we have fitting competitions, we have a quiz bowl and lots more.
Today we're kind of easing into the start of the competition. We're going to have a welcome mixer and we're going to get to meet all the different teams from around the world. This will be a great opportunity to get to know some new faces and hopefully make a few new friends. So I suppose I'm really looking forward to competing in the competition this week, but I suppose we have to keep a serious element as we're looking to do as well as we can.
You know, we are so excited to have young breeders from across the world. We have 11 teams competing here at the Young Breeders Competition from 7 different countries. So young people from continent to continent here at Kansas State University. We have been planning this conference, World Hereford Conference and Young Breeders Competition, since I took Team USA to New Zealand in 2020. So this has been 5 years in the making, and we are excited to welcome everybody to the United States of America for what we feel is just an awesome event to celebrate Hereford cattle on a global stage. I think some of the unique things would be our livestock judging contest. You know, I think there's probably a lot of teams, maybe some of the Ireland teams and UK teams that haven't seen market hogs and market sheep in a judging contest. So that's definitely something that's traditional here to United States judging contest that we wanted to showcase. I think this Young Breeders Competition means so much for the future of these young people. I mean, what a neat experience. Some of these young cattlemen and women got on a plane and took their first international flight, and that's so important that, you know, they stepped out of their comfort zone and they walked into these contest rooms, and I just think it's just really building their life skills. I mean, they're building their networks. I mean, they're going to make lifelong friends here, and that's really what it's all about, is building that network and just being part of the agriculture community that's built us. I think if I could give any young people in the Hereford breed some advice, would be take advantage of all the opportunities that are available to you. You know, this Young Breeders Competition is just one example, but, you know, take advantage of those opportunities and see where they'll lead you.
It's a huge honour to be representing the Irish Hereford Society here at the World Hereford Conference, as I started off with my foundation heifer when I built my pedigree herd back when I was just 13, so it's come from strength to strength, and delighted to be here now. The first exam this morning had a huge emphasis on American Herefords and American production systems, so it was something as the Irish we didn't really see before, so that was kind of difficult to overcome, but it was good learning. The second challenge then, we had to move on to calculating the profitability of 4 different steers. So I suppose from an Irish background we had to convert from pounds to kgs, so it was quite difficult in that sense, but it was we got through it in the end anyway. So we had to study American Hereford systems before coming over here, so we had that all prepared, but at the same time it was kind of difficult to gauge when we were kind of trying to convert it from fat scoring and confirmation scoring back in Ireland to the American system.
They threw a bit of a challenge at us today. We had to judge sheep and pigs, so that was tough enough now. So after judging the Hereford classes and the sheep and the hogs, we had to then go on and present to the judges our reasons why we put them in their spots. It's been a tough day here competing, but we're going to finish off this evening with something interesting. We're heading to K-State Athletics Complex for a tour.
So we left the hotel bright and early this morning. We had a quick virtual tour of the National Bio and Agro Defence Facility. That was followed by a trip to the K-State Stocker Farm and Beef Unit. So the stocking farm was very interesting. Nice to see the differences, I suppose, between the handling of stock in here and between home. So the calves were brought in at £500 and kept there for roughly 90 days before being sent to the beef finishing unit. So there was fantastic hand-on facilities on the farm. We kind of got a run through of the crush, the pens, all automated systems, so very cool to see. Yeah, so there was very tough questions for the buzzer round, kind of all aspects of agriculture. Then of course some of it was aimed at USA agriculture and the Hereford breed specifically. So yeah, very tough but very enjoyable to see. We've seen some very big differences between the Herefords here than what we've used at home. They kind of have a deep belly here for brisket, that's what they're aiming for. Also we'd have more of a level back, they kind of have a dip in their back. Here is desirable because it keeps the meat more tender along their spines. So yeah, very interesting to see just the differences I suppose between here and home. The World Hereford Conference so far has been very enjoyable, very, very busy, but yeah, absolutely brilliant. Really enjoying meeting all the people, all the various teams, and yeah, it's been brilliant.
So this afternoon we did a meat evaluation contest. So we looked at short ribs, a loin and then a beef carcass as well. We had to judge them on the American grading system. So a lot of that was focused on marlin, so it's quite different to the grading system back home in Ireland. We weren't allowed to take any pictures there, so we can't really show it off. It was kind of tricky enough. There's some questions afterwards as well, but sure, we give our best shot anyways. So the carcasses that we had to judge in the competition earlier today were the animals that we had to virtually judge yesterday in the first part of the competition. So it was interesting to see what they look like in the carcasses, because we didn't actually get to see them in the flesh, we only saw them on the videos yesterday. So now we're at Spring Hill Herefords. We're just taking a look at their spring-born heifer calves with their mothers at foot. It's really interesting to see the different systems, and we saw some of their weaned bull calves back in the yard. So we're going to be having dinner now here soon and a look around the farm. Yeah, I was buzzing to see the cattle. So we're here, like 3 days now, so obviously haven't seen Herefords in like 4 days, so feeling deprived. Yeah, no, it was really exciting to actually see the animals out on the farm, because like it was grand seeing them in the show the other morning, but to actually see the working stock is what you want to see. Yeah, it's great to be here, but there's still responsibilities going on back home, so I was just looking at the calf and camera there, and yeah, they're keeping it going. There's a new arrival back in the shed anyway, so I haven't charged the phone all day and it's on like 1% there a couple of minutes ago. I was just trying to turn off the data, turn it back on, look at the calf and camera, save it, but yeah, no, she's shaking her head anyway, so she's all right.
The biggest takeaway to me is that we are at a point that this is the generation that will make Herefords a global business. It's already becoming that, but in their lifetime, they will see that happen even more so. You know, and I guess my hope is that they take away probably two things from this experience. Number one, and without question the most important thing, is the opportunity to network and find those people that are going to be making a difference in the Hereford breed within their own country in the next 20 and 30 years. And to me, there is nothing that we could have done here at Kansas State that would any more prepare them for the rest of their life than simply putting them in front of other young people, talented young people from other parts of the world. So that's the first thing, is the networking system that comes through this. But what I also hope is that they leave here seeing maybe that production is different in different parts of the world, and maybe there's a piece of that puzzle that can be incorporated into the way we do things in our home country. You know, and I'm not saying you abandon what you do from a production system standpoint, because your environment, your resources, your marketing system dictates the way you raise and utilize Hereford genetics. But it doesn't mean there isn't room to learn from someone else. And I think that's what this conference is about, is the opportunity to teach one another. You know, and more than putting, I hope that they've learned from their experiences in these contests, but when you combine that with the opportunity to learn from one another, I think that's huge for the strength of our breed moving forward. And I think that's, I mentioned it yesterday, my opportunity to have worked one-on-one with these students yesterday, it rejuvenated my belief in what this breed is capable of doing, moving forward. And I've seen amazing things in my lifetime, and if it's in the hands of young people like this moving forward, the sky is the limit for what we can do as a breed, like I mentioned earlier, as a breed on a global scale.
Today is day 4 and we're finishing up in K-State, Kansas State University. We were given 4 bulls last night and we had to make up a presentation about them, and we had to put them into 3 categories: commercial side, dairy side and pedigree side. So finish off the day, we've come here and we're visiting the American Hereford Association headquarters. And all I can say is they're unbelievable. The hospitality here is unbelievable. The amount of food, drinks, the Hereford ice sculpture, when you come in the front door, it's next to none. It's unreal. I'm so grateful to be able to talk to industry leaders and how they do the thing, and to chat to them about how we do our thing back in Ireland, and tell them about how passionate we are about the Hereford breed back at home. So we're walking around the headquarters here. There's a pile of photos up on the walls and it's unbelievable. There's photos dating back from Herefords years ago, maybe 100 years ago. And it's just amazing to see all they have here and kind of what all they have on display, and it just really shows the heritage and the history they have for the Hereford breed.
What a jam-packed day. Oh my God, we had so much going on. So we started off back in the hotel. We had a load of educational seminars, some really interesting talks, and really interesting people sharing their stories. So next up, we visited the American Royal, where we had a super interesting demonstration from Sullivan Supplies. They ran through all their different products, how best to utilise them, especially because they have a lot of products that we're not familiar with, but we still have loads of their great products at home. So after the Sullivan Supply demonstration, we picked a name out of the hat and got the heifer that we're going to be using for the fitting contest on Saturday. We're so excited and we really can't wait to take part in this competition, especially because their style of fitting is so much different to what we do at home. So we hopped on the bus an hour outside of Kansas, and we're here at the Jensen Ranch's The Chosen Sale, and what a spectacular selection of cattle on offer. First lot in the ring, $150,000. We have literally never seen that before.
So we're here now, it's Friday, day 6 of the competition. Today is a bit more relaxing. We're getting a chance to meet and greet with some of the different breed societies from around the world, and we got introduced on the stage. This morning we heard from Alan, who presented to the different countries from around the world. He gave a presentation on how the Irish Breed Society is performing and where we're at currently. He also invited the different breed societies to come attend the European Conference in Ireland 2026. This afternoon we're going to enter into some sessions of education, and we'll have a global banquet tonight also. We're very excited for the global banquet tonight. It'll be a celebration of the different breed societies from around the world, and there's also a bit of excitement building for our final part of the competition tomorrow, where we'll do some fitting and showmanship of animals down at the American Royal. I suppose it's going to be a bit of a challenge. We're presenting animals in a way we're not used to at home, but I think we're quite confident that we can do a job. We're really buzzing for the global banquet tonight, where we're all going to get suited and booted and celebrate Herefords together. I suppose the more corporate setting of today gave us an opportunity to plan how we're going to attack tomorrow. I think we're pretty confident that we can perform as well.
Final day of the contest, we're back here at American Royal, where we're doing our fitting and showmanship contest. We get given a heifer, we've got 40 minutes, and we work together as a team to clip and prepare the heifer for the ring. We're going to get marked on our group work, our clipping skills and our final presentation. Also, we're doing stockmanship, so this is a little bit different to what we're used to at home, but we've been getting loads of pointers from breeders over here, and we're really looking forward to competing in this part of the contest, and I do think it is a part of the contest that we will do well in.
We're just finished here now, and we're just after finishing the clipping. Clipping went well. It was fast and it was tough at times, but you had to be on the ball all the time, but it went well for us. We worked well as a team. We all took a leg apiece and worked on it and done her up. I done the clipping and I done the top line. Individually, we all had to do showmanship. We had to go into the ring and show off the animal that we were after doing up. It went well, but it was very different at home. How they judged it was very different, and even the way they went around the ring was very different, but it was enjoyable. Coming to the end of the competition, it's been a fantastic week, and we're just waiting now for the presentations, but overall it was a great time.
Wow, what a week we've had here. The hospitality has been amazing, the competition has been fantastic. You know, our teams have done us proud. It's been a great opportunity to network with breeders and industry leaders from all over the States, and for me personally, I suppose I got the opportunity to speak to people that are involved in certified Hereford beef, which is the equivalent of Irish Hereford Prime in the American context. Talk about the challenges and the opportunities they're having, and in some ways some of them are quite similar for us back home, but as I say, it was a good opportunity for us to network and compare notes, as they say.